Who was that? I asked Saya, looking at the unidentifiable pieces of monster. A man living next door. I don't know his name though. Oh, it was Suzumi-san. He wasn't a stranger, of course. I'd spoken with him on any number of times, and I'd even been friendly with him before the accident. And now I've killed him with my own 2 hands. I feel little Suzumi-san, the kindly painter who lived next door, is but a distant memory. The pieces of meat around me, on the other hand, belonged to a loathsome creature whose mere existence was nauseating. Only by killing the vermin could I find relief. He complained about my yard being filthy or something, didn't he? The swine. It doesn't matter what Saya did. He wasn't worth keeping alive anyway. Good riddance. These are my honest feelings. Even when a man's blood covering my hands, I am completely calm. Now I know what I lost in the accident. Saya says that I can take it back, but I know that I cannot. It is gone forever, like the life of the man called Suzumi. Hey Saya, no doctor could possibly fix my condition, you know. Fuminori? You can easily do what no human is capable of. You're not human, are you? Ellipses. Saya looks away, her expression unreadable. Everything appears warped to my eyes. Only Saya looks normal. I thought she was somehow unique. However, I was wrong. I see her just as I do everything else, as something completely different than what she really is. Saya is who she is because of who I am. Just like I said a few minutes ago, it's nothing to be surprised about. I stand and walk over to Suzumi's dismembered corpse. I read this manga a long time ago. It was about a man who recovered from an accident only to find that he could no longer see the world as it was. Kind of like me. I finally realized that, even though the stench of these monsters' flesh turns my stomach, their blood and guts smell pretty good. In fact, I know this fragrance quite well. He saw people as rocks, and robots as beautiful women. And so he fell in love with a robot that wasn't even remotely human. I retrieve the cleaver, pick up one of the pieces of Suzumi's body, and start removing the skin and tendons. Ah, just as I thought. The stuff underneath looks exactly the same as what Sai and I had been eating. Hey, this looks pretty good. Why don't we eat it? Fuminori. Oh, sorry. You're in no mood for that now, are you? Now that it's dead, though, meat is meat. It'd be a waste to throw it away, wouldn't it? Let's get it in the fridge. Is that alright with you? Sure, I answer easily. There is no longer any room for doubt in my mind, after all. Also, his wife and daughter are probably next door. They might cause trouble when he doesn't come home. I think we better hunt them down before they go to the Jesus Christ, Fuminori! Is that really what you want? Saya asked again, this time with a trace of fear in her voice. I guess I still haven't convinced her of my sincerity. So at the end of this manga, the man who fell for something inhuman gave up his own humanity for the sake of their love. A happy ending, don't you think? Fuminori. As long as we're together, I don't need anything more. Everything is fine the way it is. Tossing the knife and meat aside, I pull Saya into my arms once more. I can say it now, can't I? Saya, I love you. Saya tries to wipe the tears that keep flowing from her eyes. I can no longer see any hint of fear in her face. I don't want you to regret this. I don't. But I have sworn my oath, and Saya has accepted it. We have nothing to be afraid of now. Saya will never need to cry again. Even so, I'm happy. I guess I'm pretty selfish, aren't I? I don't mind. I'll always indulge your selfishness, Saya. Filled with contentment, we exchange a smile and set aside the task to clean the room. A single person produces a lot of meat that I expected. Speaking of which, I seem to remember doing something similar before. About the other two, I think he killed them. I heard their screams. Well, that makes things easier. After we finish here, we should go gather the meat from the Tsuzumi house. That should be enough to hold us for a while. But we can pack it all in the refrigerator. Of course. We can just go to the refrigerator next door. This picture, I recognize it. After we finish our labors and get into bed, I'll show Saya what I found in the Ogi house. This one looks familiar. Yeah, I've definitely been there. The photograph that Saya selected from the three is the one with the Tochigi Prefecture address written on the back. This is a house, right? I see trees and mountains. Yeah. Wow, Fuminori, you can see pictures now? A little. At the outset of my ordeal, I had to depend entirely on my senses of distance to decipher what I saw. The house in front of me, the mountains far behind them, the clouds high above. Only distance to the scale told me what they were. Photographs and other flat images used the completely incomprehensible... Photographs and other flat images used to be completely incomprehensible to me. Recently, however, I've gotten better at understanding what things are by their shape. I know what the mountains and sky look like, for example, and how they are different from buildings. Each of the three pictures shows a similar scene. A lone house in the middle of the forest. They must be vacation retreats or something. Dad called it his cabin. He said that no one would find us there. Huh. If the address on the back of the photograph belonged to each building, then they probably are excellent places to stay hidden from prying eyes. But why 3? The dates are pretty old, and it seems odd that they were all taken within a few days of each other. Maybe he was taking photographs of houses he was thinking of buying in order to determine which could be the best candidate for his hideaway. And Saya only recognizes one of the houses, so Ogi decided the house in Tochigi fuck that word. Checking the location on the road map of the Kento area, I find that it's about 3 hours out by Tokyo car. Said that backwards. What is wrong? Why is my brain melting? Do you think your father will be there? I tried... Damn it, Saya. I tried calling him, but he didn't answer. I don't think he's there. But he might have stopped by recently. The way I see it, the only way out of this deadlock is to take whatever chance we have, no matter how small. The probability of there being a clue to Professor Ugi's whereabouts in his villa is very low, but it's not 0. I think I'll check this place out tomorrow. I wasn't expecting Saya to object. But isn't it far away? It only takes about a half a day to go there, check it out, and come back. So I'll have to stay home by myself while you're gone? So that's what it is. Slightly exasperated, I smile and rub Saya's head. Be a little patient, okay? You want to find your father too, don't you? Ellipses. After a brief silence, during which her expression is hard to decipher, Saya timidly looks up to me and says, Hey, Fuminori? Let's forget about Dad. Huh? I'm completely blindsided by this. Forget about him. But he's your father, right? Aren't you worried about him? Not anymore, Saya says, coming closer to feel my warmth. I have you now. I call him Dad, but he's not really my father. Shut up! He taught me a lot, and probably loved me in his own way, but you're kinder and warmer. Saya's words make me happy, but also feel the loneliness in them. Are you really alright with just me? Yeah. You don't like it being just the two of us? I do. But I also want to meet Professor Ogi. Having finally figured out how to explain my feelings, I continue. As Didi Dowdy says, next time we will continue.